Hello, I'm Annette Young and welcome to the 51%, a show about women reshaping our world. Coming up, the French government takes on the pro-life movement by seeking to outlaw any website that promotes misinformation about abortion. Also, how Iranian women are defying a fatwa by riding bicycles in public. And we meet the Iranian journalist who's behind a social media campaign against the mandatory wearing of the veil. But we begin here in France, and it may be 42 years since abortion became legal in this country, but pro-life campaigners are still very active. They may no longer protest in front of hospitals or clinics, but instead are now using websites which claim to provide unbiased information on women's options when faced with an unwanted pregnancy. Yet the French government is not happy, as Julia Seeger reports.
Several years ago, Juliet got pregnant. An unwanted pregnancy. After much consideration, she decided to have an abortion. But many of her questions were left unanswered, so she went on the internet. She found this website with a number to call. And as she explained her situation, the person on the line took a stance against the procedure.
She started saying things like, "I don't understand why you don't want to have this child. You seem like a stable and strong woman. Maybe you would be able to raise this child." So then you start doubting yourself. And right before that, she had won my trust by being really nice. I would never have thought she was pushing an agenda.
Like Juliet, many women look for information online. And at the top of the search results are some powerful anti-abortion counseling agencies that spread misleading information about abortion and that hide their pro-life agenda. Counselors at this Planned Parenthood center have no trouble spotting such websites.
So you'll usually see something like, "Is it true that abortions can cause infertility?"
Other false claims about abortion include the increased risk of breast cancer and mental health problems. The French Minister for Women and Equality has therefore decided to toughen the law.
I can't let these websites mislead women in their choice. Abortion is a legal right. The government is neither for or against abortions. Its role is to make sure the law is enforced and that women's rights are guaranteed.
In 1993, a law was passed making any attempt to hinder an abortion a punishable offense. Today, a new bill wants to outlaw all websites that promote misinformation about abortion. Websites hiding powerful lobbies that have gained enough traffic to appear at the top of search results.
They're well referenced on Google today because they have created a lot of links that take you back to their website, and that's how they became popular. They also have a lot of content, so they appear for lots of different web searches.
The government's goal is to ban these websites to make sure its own official webpage dedicated to abortion comes on top in search engine results.
To cycle or not to cycle, the issue has once again taken centre stage after women in Iran took part in an environmentally friendly initiative to cut down pollution. As a result, the country's supreme leader issued a legal fatwa banning women from riding their bikes. Yet regardless, many have decided to defy his decision, as Phoebe Lanza-Woods reports.
It all started with one Iranian activist. Fed up with the lack of action to curb air pollution, he decided it was time to go green. In the western city of Marivan, car-free Tuesdays were launched.
To clear the air, let's walk and ride our bikes together. Come join us.
It took just days for word of mouth to spread. Dozens of cities joined the movement. In a country where women's rights are severely restricted, some of Iran's more conservative clerics were outraged to see so many of them riding bikes. In Tehran, car-free Tuesdays were banned, and police confiscated all the bikes. In Marivan, several women were arrested. In a show of support, others marched with their bicycles. Then, Iran's supreme leader caused even greater controversy by issuing a fatwa.
Riding a bicycle often attracts the attention of men and exposes society to corruption, and thus contravenes women's chastity.
Now, some bold Iranian women are choosing to flout the fatwa by posting pictures of themselves riding their bikes on social media.
Does my love for life and my bike make me a criminal?
We're professional cyclists. Riding bikes is a big part of our lives. So when we heard what the Supreme Leader had said, we immediately rented these bikes.
They risk prosecution and possible jail time if caught defying the decree. But these women are determined to level the playing field and bike against the ban.
Now, as we saw there, life for women in Iran is fraught with difficulties. One way the women got their message across was via posting photos on social media at the invitation of Iranian journalist Masih Alinejad. Now based in New York, she created a Facebook page in 2014 asking women to share photos of themselves standing in public places with their hair completely exposed. Now that's a radical move, since under Iranian law it's mandatory for women to wear a veil. Her campaign went viral and men, even themselves, have joined in the act, sharing photos of themselves wearing the veil or hijab on social media. Let's speak to Masih now in New York. Masih, thanks so much for joining us. What made you come up with the idea in the first place?
I am a woman from Iran, and I never had the chance to be my true self. Through social media, I just published a picture of myself without headscarf with this caption: every time when I run in a free country and I feel the wind through my hair. This is just reminds me of the time when my hair was like a hostage in the hands of Iranian government. And then I received a lot of photos and comments from Iranian women. Then I realized that these women need their own platform. They want to talk about compulsory hijab, and they want to express themselves about freedom of choice. That's why my Selfie Freedom born.
Given the highly conservative nature of Iran's society, it's a brave move by those women. Aren't they in danger of being fined or even worse, being arrested for doing something like that?
Let me be honest, Iranian women are really brave. Of course it's dangerous for them, but they are so smart and they know how to bypass the authority. I have to tell you, just within a year, the Iranian police arrested 3.6 million women. They warned them in the street. They stopped them just because of not wearing a proper Islamic hijab. And 18,000 of these women were sent to the courts. And 40,000 cars were impounded in public. Why? Because the drivers, the female drivers, were not having a proper Islamic hijab. So you see, being a woman in Iran means that in your daily life, you risk when you go out there in public. So for those women who want to fight for their own freedom, they think that freedom is not free. They are mature enough. They know that they are in danger every day, so it's better to speak out.
Masih, out of all the women who've come forward to participate, is there any one story that actually stands out?
All these stories from women who are sending their photos and videos to me are amazing. One of the girls was just writing to me that when I wanted to ride a bicycle and send my direct message to the Supreme Leader of Iran, I was really scared. But when I was filming myself, there was a guy behind me and he was hearing what I was telling, and he was the one who encouraged me and said, "Go, girl, you're strong enough." And another girl who sent a picture of herself without headscarf in public, but the picture was from her back, saying that I'm not scared of the government, I'm scared of my father. And then just after a week, she sent me another picture facing the camera with a smile and saying that my father followed my Selfie Freedom campaign. And she said, "Bring the camera. I'm going to take a picture of you because I know that you're against compulsory hijab." So these women have to fight with the government of Iran, with the traditional society, and with traditional family as well.
And you yourself have come under attack from the Iranian government, haven't you?
Yes, they said in Iranian state TV that I was raped in London by 3 men. They were not even ashamed to involve my son in my, fake rape scene. So that shows the mindset of those government. That shows if you're against compulsory hijab and you fight for freedom of choice, they attack you. They want to discredit me to stop those women to send their photos and videos to me, but they cannot silence these women, because these women became the main agent of change in Iranian society.
Now, this is one clear example of where the digital revolution collides with the gender revolution. I mean, say 10 or 15 years ago, such a protest would not be possible. With that in mind, what are you hoping you are going to achieve by having created this platform?
More than 30 years, all you have been seeing through Iranian state TV was women in hijab, or through our Islamic billboards, educational system. All you've been, watching was the image of Iranian men saying that we own women and women should wear hijab because of the honor of the family. But through social media, you can see the real face of Iran. You can see that the new generation are more progressive than the government of Iran. So when our government travel abroad, they are not the main representative of this society. And all I want to achieve, just inviting the female politician, like recently Ségolène Royal, when she went to Iran, she obeyed the compulsory hijab. Through the social media and my Selfie Freedom campaign, I want to get the attention of female politicians who visit Iran to be as brave as Iranian women and say no to compulsory hijab or any discrimination which is happening in the name of Islam in Islamic Republic of Iran.
I'm afraid we've run out of time. Thank you so much, Masih.
Thank you for having me.
And that's it for now. And if you'd like to comment on what you've just seen, you can head to our Facebook page. That's France 24 51%, or do send us a tweet at _51%. Thanks for your feedback so far, and please do keep those comments coming in. So until our next show, bye for now.